How's it going, everyone? Equinox Phoenix here, and today we're going to talk about Stargirl, Season 3, Episode 13, titled The Reckoning. It is the time for the final battle! So, episode starts with them wondering, why did Sylvester tell me this and that? And then they realize, oh, shit, that is why. Now, it's time for the plan to come together, as it were. Um, but let's go back to Cindy and the boys, right? They end up at the tire factory, Blue's Tires or whatever it's called. Um, which is fine, right? It gets annoyed. Mike gets annoyed at like the wishes and whatnot, which is fine. The Ultra Humanite is just like, come to me. He's not Ultra Humanite, Dragon King. Although I guess he's now Monkey King. Anyway, um, he starts to wail on Cindy, right? Like the fight breaks out and he's wailing on her hard, right? Now, while this is happening, the final battle has commenced. It is Cameron, Icicle, Sophis, and the evil She Witch. Um, she no longer gets a name. She's the evil She Witch. You'll find out why later. Um, Now they're losing, right? The good guys are losing. But first they're like, Courtney, Pat is dead. He was killed by the Ultra Humanite. We have to join forces, and he's still, pretending to be Sylvester, the Ultra Humanite, and then Pat comes in with Stripe, and he's like, "I'm alive. Yeah, it's me." Also, that's not Sylvester. That's the Ultra Humanite. And then a fight breaks out. Boom, boom, boom. During the fight, Beth and Sophis go up against each other. Beth is like, "I don't want to fight you," right? The suit activates combat mode, but she's like, "I don't want to fight you." And Sophis is like, "Yeah, neither do I." And he stops because his hands were like glowing with ice and shit. And he's like, "Yeah, I don't want to fight either." Now, the evil She Witch comes in and says, "Kill the girl, or I will kill you." And she does actually try and kill them. Now, this results in her death. It's one of something that happens during the fight. It was like all over the place. I didn't really like clock who did what, but during the, I think it was the fight between Ultra Humanite and Pat that caused it. Now, a car that's like up top falls and crushes to death Lily. Her name is Lily, if you guys have forgotten. Now her trying to kill her husband for not wanting to fight is the reason why I called her the evil She Witch, obviously. Um, Now, Barbara does show up, and she tells Courtney that the reason the staff works for him, for Ultra Humanite, is because Courtney wants it to. Right? So she just pops up mid-fight between Pat and Thing, and she's like, "The staff doesn't work for you. You are not worthy, but I am." Takes the staff back, right? It's her staff, right? Cosmo's only working for him because Courtney wants it to, right? It's a mental game, which was really nice to see that, okay, that's what's going on. You know, I like it. Um, Now, Jakeem wishes for the most beautiful woman in the world's father to leave her the fuck alone. But that wish is so vague, right? Because beauty is in the eye of the beholder and whatnot. That the Thunderbolt can't grant the wish yet. So Mike is like, "That's too vague. Who says she's the most beautiful?" He's like, "I do. The kid with the pen." Jakeem's like, "I do. The kid with the pen." And after that, Thunderbolt's like, "Your wish is my command." Rams right into Monkey Dragon King, sends him up into the sky, turns him into like a stuffed animal, and then drops it into Cindy's lap, and it's like from your not so secret admirer. It's from Jakeem, and it's like, yeah, let's go. I love it though. I love it. That scene was hilarious. Now, Pat manages to beat Ultra Humanite by hitting him with a rock, giving him permanent brain damage. Right? Like, man's got permanent brain damage. Now Cameron fights his dad, and his dad brings up what Brainwave did to his kid, and is like, "Don't make me do what Brainwave did." And Courtney shows up and is like, "The fact that now Courtney drops down with the staff, knocking Icicle on his ass, and she says, "The fact that you went there tells us everything we need to know." And now Icicle threatens his kid, right? He threatens Cameron. He's like, "You do what you gotta do, or I will." And this man's, I'm just like, bro, what the fuck, right? Like, jeez. Anyway, Cameron just boom goes full Icicle mode and just like shatters his dad. Right, his dad goes off into like the winds and whatnot. Now, Cameron does say goodbye to Courtney. He's like, "I'm taking my grandfather to get help, and I'm leaving." Right. Courtney says, "I can help you." Right, because obviously it's related to his powers and whatnot. Now Cameron leaves to get Sophie's help. I love Sophus. He's the best. He's the best of the four ice users. With Evil She Witch and Icicle being tied for the worst. And the Cameron's just right there in the middle. He's a kid. It's fine. Um, Now the battle is over. With it, Beth and Rick apologize to Beth's parents. Beth's parents become her sidekicks. Woo! I don't know why they want to be sidekicks, but okay, cool. You do you guys, right? Um, Dr. McNider shows up and scans Sylvester's body with Ultra Humanite's brain and says Ultra Humanite is essentially brain dead. So then they decide to keep him on life support because Sylvester's probably still around, right? Right. Sylvester's probably still around. Because Ultra Humanite just kept lying constantly. So when he said, "Oh, Sylvester's gone," he was like, "Ah, it's probably a lie as well," which you know. Anyway, family dinner time. Everyone is there. Even Cindy. Now apparently Mike's dog, um, is Chewy. It has Cindy's dad, like the stuffed animal that's Dragon King, in his mouth, and he rips off something, and they're like, "He ripped off his arm," and it's like, "That's not his arm." Cindy just walks up to the doorway, looking into the room that they're in, and she's like, "Having fun there, Daddy?" And I'm just like, "Oh, you spiteful little bitch!" A woman after my own heart. Just the sheer spite of that moment. We don't know what the dog ripped off, but Dragon King's missing something. Um, it's not important. The thing he's missing is not important, obviously, but like he's missing something. Anyway, rest in peace. He's a dead stuffed animal. It's fine. Now Yolanda calls her mom, and Barbara sees that she is that Yolanda's talking on the phone and smiles and goes to Pat and asks about Courtney. Now, while this is happening, Courtney has done two things in that period of time. One, she went and found Becky Sharp and gave Becky the letter from her father, the gambler. We finally got to meet Becky, which is great. I love that. I had hoped we would see her earlier, but hey, it's okay. I'll take it. I'll take it what I can get. And then after that, she went and visited the McKen house where it started snowing. And it started snowing because, bro. Anyway, it started snowing because Cameron had showed up and made it snow. And he asks her, "Can you really help me?" And then they hug it out. Right now, was this 3 months? There was a 3 months later time skip. I believe that's the. I believe this is the 3 month time skip. Finding Becky and Cameron re-showing up. We also see Sylvester's brain. The 3 month time skip might actually just be Sylvester's brain up in a mountain somewhere, reliving that like final moment on repeat. Now flash forward to 10 years in the future, and we're in a JSA museum, kind of a la like the Flash Museum, where the Shade is giving a group of people a tour, and he names people. Apparently, Courtney has become Star Woman Stripe 2.0, so Mike is now Stripe, which let's go. Um, Dragon Queen, so Cindy has taken on the title of Queen. Let's go. Grundy, Doctor Midnight, Our Man, Jade and Obsidian. So Green Lantern's kids are now like two separate entities, which is good. Obsidian, I love that name. Oh my lord. Icicle, Cameron has taken on his father's mantle. Oh, I now remember what the 3 month time skip was. I just remembered what it was. Thank you, Cameron, for being there. I'll get back to that later. The 3 month time skip was something specific. I'll get back to that. We'll flashback. Anyway, and he's like listing the names, and he's like, no matter what evil does. Oh, Nebula Man. He mentions Nebula Man as something that the JSA has beaten in the future, as well as lists each of the seasons. You know, stopping Icicle from mind whamming people, stopping Calypso, stopping Ultra Humanite, and then Nebula Man. And that's four. The 3 seasons, and then a fourth villain. Um, rescuing Sylvester, so we got confirmation Sylvester's back in his body, and it's all well and good. Now, as he's done in saying the Justice Society will never be, defeated, there will always be people who will rise up. A weird rainbowy portal appears and zooms straight through the table, and Shade's like, not the table. Like, I'm like, Shade, priorities, please, my dude. I love you, but no, priorities. Um, the little zoom was the man, the myth, the legend himself, John Wesley Shipp, playing Jay Garrick, coming in and saying the JSA is needed, and according to Courtney Whitmore, that includes you, old friend. Uh, I'm gonna mute because I wanna rehear the line. Uh, so I'm gonna mute Chrome and rewatch it. Okay. He tells the Shade that to gather the troops because our adventures are not over, and the Shade replies with, "Are they ever?" And then it fades to black, and it says, "Oh, hold on, what does it say?" Never the end. It says never the end. I hope you guys did not hear that through my mic. Anyway, yeah, it says never the end. Now, the 3 months later thing, that was Copenhagen, Denmark, where Icicle is permanently killed by Artemis. I should note Artemis is actually listed in one of the heroes for the JSA by the Shade. I I shouldn't say this because heroes and whatnot, but I'm glad Artemis got her closure in the manner in which she did. I shouldn't say that because she's supposed to be a hero and whatnot. Um, but yeah. Anyway, now never the end or whatever. That just the way the final scene, right? The 10 years later with Jay Garrick showing up and never will it end and whatnot, and never the end and whatnot. That just that entire final scene. It gives me the feeling we are getting a season 4 and it's just not announced yet. Kind of like Lucifer did, where it was on, I forget what channel it was on. And then it was just like, oh, it's canceled, blah blah blah, and then boom, got saved by Netflix, and we actually got like 3 seasons after that. So I'm hoping for a season 4. Will I be disappointed if we never do? Yes, but I'd also be disappointed if we never got a season 7 of Supergirl, which we're likely not. Same with Batwoman and Legends of Tomorrow. Please give us another season. We probably won't. In those cases, as for Stargirl, it's still very much up in the air. We might. Who knows? It is interesting to note that the promo for this episode said season finale, not series finale. That in and of itself is a... Wait, hold on a second. Usually they're changed to series finale. This is something that can be edited on the fly. If a basement dweller random YouTuber can do it on the fly in less than an hour, a multi-million, probably billion-dollar company can easily do it in a matter of days, if not less. They could have fixed that. The fact that it says season finale, not series finale in the promo, is, in and of itself, more on the side of we're getting a season 4, but from someone else, right? Like, they could have just been like, yeah, that's it. It's done. Series finale and the thing. Because they usually do. If it's like, if it ends before, they'll usually change it to series finale. Because it's like one scene. They very well could, I could have done it. On my dinky ass laptop that I really shouldn't be editing on, I could have done it. In like a few minutes. But yeah, the fact that the promo for this episode says season finale and not series finale is actually very telling. It lends credence to the fact that we're getting a season 4. Now, obviously it's not confirmed, so we are gonna go in with this. That's the end of this show. If we do get a season 4, I will cover it gladly. I love Stargirl, right? I love the JSA. I mean, I love DC Comics and Marvel Comics as a whole, right? Like, the show has been a lot of fun, even if I did have issues in the beginning of season 1, but that's like, season 1 growing pains. It's whatever. I had that for every show, including The Flash and Arrow. Especially Arrow. Arrow took me like 3 seasons or some shit to actually get into like the groove of it, to actually give it like a full chance. I kept seeing random scenes and I was just like, let me watch it from the beginning. I struggled through the first season, at least the first half of it. Anyway, but yeah, tell me what you guys thought of the episode, the season, and the series as a whole down in the comment section down below. That's gonna be it for this video. If you guys haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys next time, if there is a next time. And as always, stay bright. I really do hope we get a season 4. This show is amazing.